She sat on the floor and placed the suitcase in front of her. It was a plain brown case that had seen a lot of wear. There were no labels or tags to suggest to whom it belonged. She unlatched the rusty clasp and, with trepidation, opened the lid. She blinked in surprise, for the suitcase was, after all this trouble, completely empty. She was utterly confused. She had felt down to her marrow that something would be inside, something that would explain the small boy and their strange time together. And downstairs she had felt a deep sense of foreboding, as if her life depended on her father's not knowing the contents of this case. How could she have been so wrong? The inside of the top of the case had a large pocket where one usually expects to find loose change and old train tickets. She ran her hand along the inside of the pocket and was about to laugh at herself for such dramatic behavior when her finger touched the edge of something that felt like a playing card. She brought it out and saw it was a worn photograph. She looked at it and suddenly felt dizzy, as if 100 mosquitoes were trapped inside her head. The picture was of her, standing in a summer dress in a strange garden. This was a photograph that to any outsider would not have been alarming, but it made Josephine feel as if a tiny nail had just been tapped into her heart. For in the photograph, a large family surrounded her. She was flanked by brothers and sisters, the boys sporting the same lopsided grin as Josephine, the girls cursed with the same chaotic mess of hair. In the photograph, a proud father stood on the left, as far in spirit from Mr. Russing as an oak tree from a stinging nettle. And then next to the father stood a smiling woman, holding a kicking baby. A mother. And Josephine knew as certainly as she had ever known anything in her life, this family belongs to me.